Okay, we're starting lengthways on the roller. You guys are already ahead of me. So here we go. And so once you're down, you can do that rocking back and forth. So just feeling that massage along your spine, a lot of muscles to either side. Head supported, tail supported, feet grounded and a little in front of your knees. And then with the arms open out to the side, you can shift your weight and curve the body around the curve of the roller surface. Then you massage into the base of the skull, between your blades, and onto the sacral area. As you pull to one side, you feel the other side stretch across the shoulder and into the upper arm. Go long through your fingertips across the room when that happens. We're just opening up the tissue and feeling it lengthen and then release a bit. We'll come back to center. Ground your feet, be sure you're centered here on top of your roller, and then embrace the arms up. And then exhale, pull the arms open, out and down slowly. Inhale, arms rise and hug the air in towards your body. Exhale, breathe out slowly and picture the air leaving your body, moving up into the air above you and pushing the arms apart. Now gather that in and then release it on the exhale. So inhale, the belly lifts, the diaphragm goes down, the lungs expand, the ribs expand. Exhale, get everything together. The abdominal wall contracts, the air leaves the lungs, and let's reach it again. And exhale, suspend the arms, go slowly down, sink them down, don't just fall into the ground, and then drag the arms up without a lot of effort, a lot of momentum either. So the arms float apart and sink softly to the ground, like just rain falling gently. And then we bring the arms up, hug the air in, the whole body expand with the breath, and then exhale the air out. Next, we'll lift the arms and point the fingers to the ceiling. And on the exhale, settle the shoulder blades down and slide towards the floor. Inhale, the arms lift, pulling the shoulder blades up around the outside of your rib cage. And exhale, pulling the shoulder blades down and sliding the blades here along the outside of the roller. So we shrug the shoulders forward and up, stretching the back of the shoulders, the upper ribs, and then exhale, throwing the blades to widen the collarbones and widen the chest. So glide the arms straight up and exhale straight down. The path of the shoulder blades is a little more curved, circular here, coming up and around the curve of the ribs and then coming down and around the curve of the ribs toward the spine. So one more time. Shrug the shoulders up, reach the fingertips and still reach to the hands even as you pull the blades down. Turn the palms forward and lengthen the arms here at your side. And we'll just take the right arm up and back. Hold the ribs grounded here. Feel that stretch you in the armpit to stretch the pec and the lat. And then we switch the arms. One goes forward, one goes back. They're going to pass when they're both vertical. And then reach in opposite directions again. Blades are heavy when the arms are vertical. When an arm goes back, that shoulder blade slides forward towards the waist and laterally. And then as we bring that up and then press it forward, you can use the reach the fingertips forward to pull the shoulder away from the ear. Coming up again, smooth here, moving through the air, gliding here and pushing the air aside. Wrists and elbows stay straight. Floating the hands just off the ground, maybe. Don't go so far back that your back goes into an additional arch. We just want to feel that stretch as you pull the curve of the spine constant, no matter where the arms are. We'll lift both arms up to the ceiling and then lengthen the arms down at your side. Bring the hands to your shoulders for little elbow circles, like circling them in, up, out wide, around and down. You bring it in. Go wide around and down. Shrug the shoulders as you do this. Get a lot of mobility here of the blades gliding underneath your ribs and on top of the roller. And start to see if there's any like tight points that can help tension that you've been ignoring. Sometimes we don't know until we actually start moving that something's been held. Complete the circle and then reverse. With shrugging the shoulders as you go. Feel the stretch into not just the muscles, but also your skin, the connective tissue. Everything on the surface of the body, but also deeper, is moving here with this action. And then we'll extend the arms forward, lengthen through the hands, reach across the room. The arms lift up and then slide back. Palms wide, palms stretching, the fingers open, circle the arms forward and around. At the end, turn the palms down. We go up and back with the arms in unison. And then mirror images as they separate and reach from the side walls, then reach towards your heels. Palm stab, lift again. You yawn your body open, you stretch here, like the first stretch of the morning, and then sweep it around. And let's reverse. Palms up and circle out to the side, lifting the arms off the ground as they go past the height of your shoulders. Big exhale to pull the belly deep and the arms forward in an arc till the fingers settle on the ground. Palms up and reach out again. And exhale, backward forward. 2 more here. The inhale should be long and sustained. Keep breathing in so you can't breathe anymore. And then exhale, put the air out just a little bit at a time. One last one. The breath deepens with every stretch. Inhale and exhale. And then arms up, forward diamond arms. Thumbs and index fingers together. You swing that shape back over your face. And exhale, pull it forward and float the hands over the belly. Take it up and back again. And exhale forward here. Inhale as you open the chest, the arms swing back. Exhale as you pull the arms forward, the abdominal wall contracts, the navel sinks. One more just like that one. Feel the blades slide towards your waist as the hands go behind you. And exhale, and the blades get heavy. Just drop them toward the ground as the arms descend. So here, let's slide off of the roller. And we'll take the ball and take it under our sacrum. So we do want it right underneath that sacrum, the fuse bones here near the base of your spine. And you can just like rock a little bit, a little side to side, like wag your tail. Give your back and the area around the sacrum a little bit of a release if you've been tight, if you've been sitting for too long today, or if you have a lot of neck tension, it's often reflected in the area by your sacrum and tail. Then we'll come back to center and extend the arms forward. And here, let's just the right knee up, foot in towards your chest. Exhale, pull the left one up. It's going to be a little more wiggly than the roller, obviously, because it can roll in any direction, whereas the roller can only go in one plane. So this will be a bit more of a challenge, but we have the option of pulling the elbows and the whole forearm and hand down into the mat. You could also lift the elbows, keeping the palms and the fingers there. You could also lift the elbows and the palms and the fingertips to the side. So you choose what you need for each exercise. We're going to extend the legs up to the ceiling and then move into your scissors. So we'll take the right leg back, the left leg forward, and switch the legs. They skate past each other in the air. Try to pull the leg back and get the hamstring stretch. Push the leg forward and get a hip opening stretch. And then they switch again. You will end up using more core because you have less stabilization into a surface underneath you. But just finding that work to balance is going to take away from maybe your range of motion in some of these exercises. So just be careful, feel your way into it, and be sure your back is still feeling like it can be at a plank on a slight diagonal here, tilted up onto the top of the ball. We'll bring the left leg up and then externally rotate. Pull the legs apart sideways. And then exhale, pull the thighs together to pull the feet together, tap the heels. And then we do this again, opening the legs. They start at the apex and come down the curve of the rainbow to either side, and then they come up to the top again. Bring the legs apart. And then exhale. So the thing with balance, and you'll feel it on the ball here, is that balance doesn't mean like ripping everything and holding everything tight in order to stay in one place. It's a lot more dynamic than that. It has to be because we are moving, have postural sway, and have forces that act on us all the time. So balance training should really be more about losing your center and then coming back to it continuously. So the ball gives us that experience while we do our stretches here. All right, now leave the left leg up in the air and take the right leg out to the side. Hold the left leg stationary, stable, and then exhale. Pull from the upper inner thigh, lift the right leg up to the ceiling, and now we go into the other side. So the right leg is vertical, and the left leg moves sideways. Here, it's really helpful to have the elbow and the forearm down because the asymmetrical loading here is a lot more challenging than doing something symmetrical. So you can push into your arms to really feel grounded here. Gives you feedback to the center of your body and also just helps you stay afloat here on the ball. Right leg up, left leg sideways. It draws the arm out to the side and down. Exhale, lift to pull it up, take your time, and one more set like this. Right leg glides out to the side and down the hill. Stretch it at the end, exhale, and then pull it up. Try not to accelerate, but move it slowly on the way up as you did on the way down. And then we're taking the left leg sideways. Press into your arms. Probably easiest to feel that work right into the upper abdominals under the chest. Okay, and now go back into a scissor split. So one leg back, one leg forward. You're going to circle legs out wide around, circles on the ceiling. Each leg drawing a semicircle here. To do its own part in drawing that circle on the sky. Move as smoothly as you can, give the body a chance to adapt and anticipate what's going to happen with the different positions of your legs. And then we'll pull both legs up to the ceiling and frog. So pull the heel connection in towards your tail, feet apart, narrow vein with the feet, and push the legs forward out and out. Find an angle where you feel like your abs are working, but your back is still calm, and then you can frog back in, drag the heel connection in towards your tail. So push out, reach. And to exhale, pull that back. Lengthen here again. Exhale and retract. If you know that your hamstrings are tight, you could also just do this with the feet reaching vertically up towards the ceiling. But here you're working through all the joints, all the muscles in the leg chain, and still challenging your ability to balance. Once we frog in, we'll go to parallel legs, soft foot with the toes, and then reach the legs forward and out. Exhale, fold the knees in over your belly, in towards the ribs, in towards your chest. You even might get a little curl through the tail as the legs come in. That pelvic tuck feeling is the knees pulling tight. We'll stretch out your low back. Just be sure you hold it in a neutral spine as the legs extend. Challenge yourself to a less stable position with the arms as you get used to this. And the gaze is still up and slightly forward. So we're still trying to keep the legs aligned with the central axis of our body, not letting them drift sideways, even though the ball wants to wiggle. Press the legs into each other, and that'll help your stability as well. Now we flex the feet and reach up and out through the heels. Push. And exhale, pull back. The angle of your legs may change, right? As you get more warmed up in your core, the legs might go lower. As your legs start to tire, your back might tire too, and the legs should go higher then. Look into your body as it is with every breath. We'll do one more like this. Press away, the heels stretch further away from you than the toes, and then pull in the heels of the last leg to come back in. And then extend the legs up to the ceiling. Vertical legs here, and we inhale to point the feet and exhale to flex. So heel ball toe, reach up to the balls of the foot, and then let the toes curl forward, curl the toes back, and then move into a high heel shoot position. As the heels go up, the balls of the feet and the toes pull back. So roll through the foot, heel to toe on the inhale, and toe to heel on the exhale. And see that even though the movement is minimal here and pretty centered, you'll still feel a shift in weight, maybe a little wiggle here of your body on the ball. And then point and bend the knees into your chest. Exhale, lower the feet down. And then we'll leave the left foot grounded, pull the right knee into your chest, point that foot, lift it up to the sky, and we're going to lower that leg forward all the way up and down. Tap the heel, exhale, and bring that leg up and back over your chest. And draw that line again. So picture the line moving smoothly through space. And the foot reaching to trace it a little bit higher up into the air above the line you just drew. Go a little longer on the way out and a little higher on the way back as well. Big exhale before you pick up the leg. And then bend that knee. Keep it up in the air. We're going to switch the legs so there'll be a moment when neither foot is touching the ground. So one is going down as one is coming up. Get your right foot grounded and extend the left foot up to the ceiling, soft point. And then stretch the leg forward, all the way out and down. Tap the heel, lengthen to the center of the foot, exhale and pull that up. And notice that one side might feel a lot easier to hold your balance with here. Press it away, exhale, and then lift it on up. Slowly descend, lengthen, and then take your time lifting as well. Now the standing leg, the one with the bent knee and your foot grounded, that needs to be really stable as well, right? So you can't let that foot wag a little bit through the ankle. It's got to be solidly planted. You get the ground coming up and it's enveloping your leg so that it stays a little more stable like so. And one more here for the left leg. Stretch all the way out and down. Push it down the mat. Exhale, pull the belly in, and then pull the leg up. And now let's bring both knees up and in. Soft point through the feet. And we're going to tap the toes down, alternating legs. So the right foot goes down, just to the tip toes and the ball of the foot. And then switch. Left foot down, right foot up. They pass in mid-stride. There's definitely time when neither foot is on the ground. You're just relying on your arm connection here and your balance on the ball. When the knee goes up, maybe think of that glute sinking down. Working to keep the two pelvic pads level and even to the best of our ability. Okay, and then we'll have the right foot down, the left foot down. And bring the arms up towards the ceiling. Okay, so now just pick up the right foot. Feel the collarbones rise, the shoulder blades sink into the floor. Exhale, lower that foot down. Try to hold the pelvis stable as you press into the right foot and pick up the left leg. The knee lifts, the foot lifts. And exhale, bring it down. It's a different challenge. Now the arms aren't supporting you, the blades are. Right knee lifts. Exhale, take it down. Left knee lifts up. Exhale down, feel the foot suction cup into the ground. Now turn the palms forward. And we'll inhale, pick up the right knee. And take the left arm back by your ear. Bring the arm to the ceiling and the foot to the ground. And then we're going to pick up the left knee, stabilize here, 3 points, 2 shoulder blades, 1 foot. And then let's bring the right arm back. Lift the arm back to vertical, weight in the shoulder blade. And exhale, lower the leg. Right knee lifts. Stabilize across the pelvis, bring the left arm back. Left arm lifts again, weight in the shoulder blade, equal weight there. And then lower the right foot. One more like this. Pick up your left knee. Now, right foot has to be suctioned into the floor. And then the right arm goes back, stretch it long. Bring that right arm up, anchor the blade, and then exhale, the left leg goes down. Let's try picking up the right knee at the same time as the left arm goes back by your ear. And then bring the arm vertical as you lower the foot down. Left knee goes up, right arm goes back. Lift the right arm, the left knee travels forward, the foot grounds itself on. And here we go, right knee and left arm move. Knee goes forward, arm goes forward, fingers point to the ceiling, the foot is grounded. And one more here, stand into that right foot as the left knee goes up and the right arm goes back, floating above the ground. Bring the right arm to the ceiling as the left knee goes forward and then all the way down to the ground. Right, and then arms at your side. Pull one knee into your chest and just hug it in. Pull as close to your chest as you can. Get a little stretch here as you bend your spine into flexion. And then arms down, switch the legs. And then pull the right knee in, curve the tail up. Knee towards your chest wall. And then go ahead and lower them down. We'll lift the hips up, take the ball up from underneath. Settle the spine down, just see how that feels. And then let's take the ball under your neck. And rest your hands under hip bones, under belly, and turn your hips over from one side to the other. Get a little release here into your neck as you stretch your neck. Say, turn your head to the left, drop your right shoulder blade into the mat, into the floor. And then let's bring your head from left to right. And now the left shoulder blade drops down. Back to center, and one more time. Knees goes to the left, right shoulder blade anchors, melts it down into the ground here, and spread like a puddle on the mat. And then you'll bring your gaze up, slow massage across the neck and across the base of the skull. Then turn to the right, and the left shoulder is rounded. We'll come back to center, and then lift your head and slide the ball out. Let's do a roll up here. Come up to sitting today. Let's take the roller, if you wish, under the Achilles. A little bit more work with the other with less significant ground. The right foot forward. And you can slide the hands down towards the toe. Give your back a little stretch. Hang your head down, ears between arms. And then start to roll back low. You put your hands off your legs. Push out to the center of each foot. And curve the spine into the mat, vertebra by vertebra. As you go down to the shoulders, lift the arms and then stretch the arms behind you. We'll lift the arms up, weight into the shoulder blades, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. The blades pull forward and around to the front of the rib cage. The shoulders pull in slightly, come up slowly, and pull the waist back as you dive over your legs suspended on the roller. Going back, I'm going to feel a little opposition. As the spine goes back, try to lengthen the legs forward. With energy pouring out through the feet. Curve your way into the ground. And stretch the body open. We rise again. After feeling the stretch in the abdominals, we ask them to work. Big exhale to pull the rib cage off. Slow as you can. Round your back around the front of the body. It's a shell here over what's in the front. And then let's stay low as you roll back. Please reach away, please slide them a little bit away from the hip sockets. Come all the way down and drawing your body open. Okay, we're going to rest one here. The exhale with both sides equally. So if you know you want a stronger side, ask the other side to participate, maybe lead. And then we're going to go back into hundreds. Push the legs forward again, come down onto the tip of your blades, pull one in, and then the other, lift the legs out and stretch them, start pumping, inhale, and exhale for them. The head is high, you're sort of narrowing the front of your chest, and widening the back. Feel the ribs spread underneath you, and try to bend your spine forward so you're resting near the base of the shoulder blades. The head is high as you look down your nose into the abdominal wall. Remember, if we look up, then we start to feel that strain in the neck. Here, the front of the neck is soft, the back of the neck is stretching. Breathe deeply in and breathe deeply out. Use the pumping of the arms to help move the air in and out of your lungs. For 2 more breaths, squeeze the legs tight and stretch them out a little longer through the soles of your feet and let them here. And then we can roll everything down to the ground. Hug the knees into your chest, pull the knees tight, and slowly turn your head side to side. If you want to put the ball under your neck here, good. All right, and then roll up to sitting. I'd like here to go into some side kicks. I want to work on more of the second half of the program. So let's lay on one side. And you can prop yourself up on your arm, or you have the option of laying the arm down and resting the head onto it. So either works. But try to really have your head back aligned with your sacrum, and then have a nice sharp crease at the hips as you bring the legs forward, maybe 15-20 degrees, but lift the tail out behind you and think of spreading and lifting the sits bones out and away from center. So then option here, let's pull that supporting elbow in towards the armpit to firm up the underneath line here, serratus into the sidewall of the chest and the ribs. And really press your bottom leg into the ground. The top hand can press down right in front of your chest. Be sure it's either a fist with a straight wrist or palms open. Get all those connections into your body and then lift the top leg, hip height. We're going to flex both feet and then the top foot goes forward. Reach back to the sits bone. Feel the stretch in the hamstring. Impulse 1, 2, 3. Point the foot and take the leg back. Reach it behind you and lengthen 1, 2, and 3. Swing it again forward. Oops, my screen went dark and there's a message on the machine that I can't read from here. All right, so again, triple pulse forward, point, take it back, lengthen and stretch. One more time. Reach out to the sits bones. You're reaching in opposition to the heel to the sits bone with each pulse, and then take the leg back and pulse and open the hip. Use your glutes to push the hip forward and keep it steady, stacked on the other one. Come back to center and we lower the leg down, lengthen out through the center of the foot, and lift the leg up to hip height, rotating that leg internally and externally. Spiral the leg on the socket. If it helps you, you can take your hand in the crease, a couple inches from the pubic symphysis, and point straight in, picturing that femur spiraling internally and externally as you rotate the leg the same way. This is great to really feel that glute medius. You'll be feeling it right up here on your side seam. And then externally rotate, lower the foot down, soft point with the top foot, the bottom one still flex. Lift the top leg, flex the foot and the ankle, and then lower down. Try to pull your head away from your foot. So lift, and also pull the foot away from your head. See if you can elongate the neck with a little drag of the hands into the top of the skull. Now let's reverse it. You close, flex to go up, point and lengthen out and down, really stretch. Flex, lift, point and lengthen away. Let's do one last one. Flex to go high, point to lengthen it out and down. Développé, the top knee bends up towards the ceiling. You slide the foot in, knee towards the armpit, foot to the sky, flex the foot and ankle, and then lower heel to heel. So it's a point and a glide. Push the other leg longer. Knee to chest or armpit, flex, and down we go. One more. Point and slide. Try to keep a little external rotation through that top leg. Lift, push it away, close the space between your legs. Now reverse, flex foot, going up. Point the foot, bend the knee, and skate it all the way forward. Feel that stretch from your waist up into the shoulder. Lift, point, bend, and glide forward. Lengthen the waist, lengthen the leg. One more, flex to bring it up, point and bend, and exhale to slide it forward. From here, reach long, and we lift the leg hip height for 8 little circles, forward and around, reaching 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale 5, 6, 7, 8, reversing, 2, 3, 4, exhale 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then lower the leg down. Rond de jambe. This will be harder if you have your hands to your head. You may, but you're still learning this and learning how to balance on your side, press your head in front of the chest. But we're going to pick up the leg hip height, sweep the leg forward, press everything that's on the ground into the ground as you pull the leg out behind you and forward. If your hip flexors are tight, you will destabilize the pelvis as you reach back behind you. So keep the movement just at the sweet spot where you feel the stretch, but without destabilizing the stacked hips. Let's come back to center and reverse. Push the leg back. Externally rotate up, forward, and around. And we do that again. Go long with both legs. The longer you go, the more the connective tissue will kind of hold everything together. So also pull the head away from the pelvis. We complete this circle. And let's go into bicycle. So we're going to stretch the top arm forward and the top leg back. Hold your body balanced on its side as you kick that top leg towards the top hand. You might have to bring the hand to the leg as well. For sure, that's fine. And then bend the knee into your chest. Hold onto the lower part of the shin or the top of the foot. And then you're going to swing the knee back. It stays parallel to the ground. Feel that extension here in the hip and the stretch in your quad. And then release the leg back and the arm forward. Reach everything out. Lengthen diagonally. Push your fingertips to your toes. And again, the leg kicks forward. The waist is long. You reach out through the sits bone as the leg pulls forward and stretches the hamstring. Bend the knee. Pull the knee in towards your chest and the heel towards your sits bone. Pull the top of the foot as the knee swings back. And then release arm and leg on the diagonal. And again, the leg kicks forward. So let's stretch. Fold the knee in. Hand to foot, swing the knee back, heel stays by the sits bone. You push the knee behind you, quad stretch, release arm and leg, go long. Now to reverse it, the arm goes up, draws an arc in the air as you bend the knee, bring the heel to the butt behind you. Push the knee long and get the quad stretch. Like really milk it because we need the stretch, right? And then pull the knee into your chest, embrace. Stretch the leg forward, straightening the knee and reaching your hand down towards the foot or the ankle or the calf, whatever you can reach. Release arm and leg, swing into that big diagonal stretch, fingers to toes. And then the arm circles up and back as you're folding the knee. Collect your heel behind you, try to bring it to your sits bone. And the knee pushes back. Get the stretch you can manage as long as it's okay for your knee. Now pull the knee into your chest. We do this slowly so that it's precise and accurate with the movement and the flexion extension through the joints. And we stretch the toes back and the fingertips forward. One more, up with the arm, draw a beautiful arc in the air. Bend the knee, trying to keep that parallel to the ground. And then after you feel the quad stretch, pull the knee into your chest, embrace it in, whistle around the low back a little bit, and then slide your hand down the leg as you stretch the leg out. The hand can help support the weight of the leg, but you're reaching here and pulling it towards you for that hamstring stretch. And then swing the leg back and the arm forward. From here, figure four. We're going to bring the top leg in front of the thigh and push the knee away. We'll try to get a little openness here at the hip. Then the bottom leg goes up and the bottom leg goes down. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower, lift it again, and exhale, bring it down. Lift and hold, reach out, and we circle around in one, and two, and three. Come to the top, reverse, around it up one, and two, and three. Lift, and then lower the leg down. Extend the top leg on the bottom one, extend your arm, and lay your head down on your arm if you haven't done that already. And here, options, you can keep the head in front of your chest, easier, more stable, more difficult, overlap your hands. It's like you make, I call it basket hands, so the fingers press together and you press the bottom arm into the floor. Now we're going to lift the top leg hip height and then bring the bottom leg up to meet it and bring the bottom leg down. Inhale to lift and exhale to lower. Inhale up, exhale down. Once more, lift and hold. And we hold the legs in the air, and then the top leg goes up, the bottom leg is still suspended. The top leg lifts and closes, lifts and closes. One more. Bring it up, bring it down. Now, the bottom leg is responsible for pushing the top leg up and then bringing it to the ground with control. There'll be a bit of a hip swing here, so you're really working into your oblique abdominals to tilt the pelvis and then bring the leg down smoothly. Push into your arm, into the floor as you lift the leg and exhale, lower with control down. We're going to lift and hold and then parallel legs, little walks, tiny steps. And then big, giant gliding, swinging legs like you're running here on your side in midair. Then here we're looking for eventually control so that the body isn't rocking while you're moving your legs. Pull the legs together, lift them up, and exhale, bring them down. We did it, good. So onto our stomach, but we did it on the first side. So we're going to flip over onto your stomachs here. And overlap your hands, place your forehead on the stacked hands, and curl the tail into the ground, just like the low back a bit. So we'll pick up the right leg, and exhale, lower it down. So think before you pick up the left one, try to press the left hip and press it into the floor, and then lift the leg here that targets the glute work. Pick up the leg, and then lower it down. The knee stays as straight as you can. It's not about bending the knee, it's about lifting the femur off the ground and getting a little hip extension and work into our glutes. So now the left, it goes up on the inhale, sinks down on the exhale. And you're really pressing down through the pubic bone. You're sinking the tail down between the legs like you've been a bad dog. And lower this down. And now for the left. Exhale, lower. And then sit back in child's pose. You can see what's going on with the camera. Oh. Low battery. I have no idea whether that videoed any of that, but we have a chance to do the other side. So you can come on up, and here we go, other side now. So stretch your body out along your mat. Again, option head down on the arm or prop yourself up. It's helpful if you have enough padding under the side of your hip and knees. So just be sure you're comfortable relatively, right? And you can have legs extend long and then swing them forward from the hip socket. Reach back and out with the tail on the sits bones. So you have a nice sharp crease at the joint. And then maybe if you want the more advanced version, you support the base of your skull and you pull the neck long, dropping the shoulders away from your head. Pick up the top leg hip bone height and flex both feet. The top leg first swings forward Reach out through the sits bone and tail and pulse 1, 2, point the foot, take it back, open the hip, hold the body stable and reach back once, twice again. So flex, your leg draws an arc through the air, reach out through the heel and pulse again. Point the foot, swing it back, hold the hip stacked, use your glutes to pull the leg back in extension to pulse 1, 2. One more time. Bottom leg pushes into the ground. Bottom elbow pulls in towards the armpit. So you feel that connection through the bottom layer of your body, the side to the floor. Come back to center and lower the leg on top of the other one. We're going to pick it up, hip height, and now rotate from the socket internally and then externally. Spiral the leg down, spiral it up, twisting here. Leg rotates around its own axis, like it's on a rotisserie. It just turns part of the way and then goes in the reverse. You want soft toes here with the top foot and energy pouring out of the center of the sole of the foot. We'll end with external rotation to lower heel to heel. Keep that top leg in external rotation as you point and bring it up to the ceiling. Flex the foot and bring it down and lengthen, 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 close, kiss the heels together. Point to go up and flex to go down. Your hands, if they're at your head, are not relaxed. You're trying to push the head into the hands and also use your hands to pull the neck long. Now flex to go high and point to go long. Flex and we lift, drag the space between your legs open and then squeeze it shut. One more, flex, rise, point and push it away. For développé, we bend the knee, slide it up towards the ceiling, pull the knee towards your armpit, extend the leg, flex the foot, and bring the flex foot down, heel to heel. Point, slide. Knee in, extend the knee up, flex, and reach it long. Really stretch. See which muscles are working, where you feel the stretches, where you feel the work. Pull that knee in, lift, flex, and take it down. We'll reverse now. Straight leg, flex foot up to the sky. Point the foot, bend the knee. Tap the toe to the top leg and then skate it all the way down. Reach both legs longer, longer, longer. Flex and lift. Point and bend. Exhale, push it away. Go to get the stretch into your waistline, into the armpit, and once more up. Point, fold, bend. Skate it forward, stretch. And then we lift the top leg up and we're doing small circles. And then reverse them, 8 here. I think I cheated you out of the internal and external rotation, so let's do that now.
No, we did it.
Oh, we did it? Yeah. Thank you. All right. So, oh, too bad. I kind of wanted to do
I think
it.
you wanted to make us do that twice.
All right. So now here we go. Let's see. So now I'm confused. So I think there's a run it up. Yeah, thanks. So bring it forward, up, around, back, and through center. Then once you break the flow, it's like hard to get it back again, right? That's why we have friends in class. Let's do one more. Draw a beautiful circle in the air. Reach out through the center of the foot without cramping the toes. And now reverse. Take it back. Use your glute. Spiral up. Press everything you can into the mat. Prevent your body from rocking forward when the leg goes back. And prevent it from rocking back when the leg goes forward. Do that one more time. If your hands are into the mat, really push into it when the leg goes back. That's helpful. Okay, and now bicycle, take the top leg back and the top arm forward. Reach the fingers and toes. Kick the leg forward to your hand. Stretch, pull the knee into your chest, embrace, heel to butt, right by the sits bone, swing the knee back from there. Try to hold it the same height from the ground. That'll be hard if your IT band is tight. And then we're going to stretch and reach the leg long behind you as the arm reaches forward. And again, kick the leg forward, hamstring stretch. Exhale, pull the knee into your chest. Take your hand to the top of the arch, the top of the foot. Swing the knee back, feel that quad stretch. Okay, you may want to stay there for a moment because this is often really tight. And then we lengthen arm and leg in the opposite direction. One more. The torso stays solid. The leg on the bottom holds you in position as you swing the top leg forward. And then you pull the knee in. Try to bring your heel to the sits bone, the knee to your chest wall. And then hand to the foot, take it back. And extend your arm and leg, reach long. Like enjoy every single stretch here. Now we reverse up with the arm as you fold the knee behind you, grab the heel towards your butt. Push the knee back from there. Yeah, everybody feel that additional quad stretch, right? Pull it in, embrace the knee to your chest, and then stretch the leg out. Eventually, we try to hold the knee to the chest and extend the leg. That day may come later. I'm hopeful. And the arm lifts, circle the arm back to the leg, heel to butt, push the knee back, pull the knee into your chest, extend the leg forward, really reach, and swing the arm and leg in opposite directions, lengthen through fingers and toes. Okay, and then here, we'll do a figure four. Wrap your hand through the angle of your leg and take your hand to the outside of the ankle. And then we're going to bring the bottom leg up as high as you can, lift it and sink it down with control. No acceleration, no throwing it in the air and then just flopping it back down. You want to have control of the leg from the inner thigh to pull it up and also from the inner thigh to release it down. Then lift that leg up, leave it in the air, reach out through the foot, soft point, and circle around top 1 and 2. Every circle's a breath. 3 to the top and hold, reverse, forward and back. Around you go, lift. 2, here comes 3, finish it high, and then bring it back down. Now we extend the legs, stack them, extend the bottom arm, lay your head on your arm, and we can either have the hand in front of the chest and really press into it to help stabilize the torso. More advanced would be arms overhead, fingertips press into each other, and you press the bottom arm into the ground. We're going to lift the top leg up hip height, and then bring the bottom leg up to meet it. The bottom leg lowers and lifts, and lowers and lifts. Breathe when you do it. Maybe inhale down, exhale up. Now hold both legs in the air, and we're bringing the top leg up on the inhale and down on the exhale. We're working right into the sideline. Your arms really press into each other as well as the bottom leg pressing into the ground, helping get that stability into the center of your body. Now we lift the top leg up and then down and then bring both legs down. Now the bottom leg pulls the top leg up and lowers it gently, gently and slowly to the floor. And then it lifts it, it pushes it up. It's the elevator taking the freight up to the penthouse and then trash back down to the basement. Should do more recycling and then lift. And exhale to lower. Take it up, hold it there, and then do little tiny walks. Try to hold yourself on your side seam. As you transition to the bigger walk, slide the legs back and forth. This is going to be harder, like more load away from center, to hold your core steady. Legs together, lift the legs, bring them down. And here, let's go over and lay onto our backs. Congratulations, it's been a long time since we've done all this. Yeah. All right, so we'll stretch the legs forward and just take the arms back, just yawn your body open for a sec. And then wiggle your legs. Shake them out a bit. Now here we're going into a shoulder bridge. So the arms lengthen forward, bend your knees. Bring the heels reasonably close, like maybe it's a handspan, like thumb to finger, torch, heels to sit